Good afternoon, my name is Engineer Piyush Pandey and the topic for today's discussion is panel interview. Now, panel interview is a situation when a candidate has to appear in front of large number of HRs to give the interview. And opposite also happens that there are a large number of candidates sitting in front of a single HR. So let us take the first case when there are large number of HRs taking interview of one single candidate. Now here I would like to say one thing, ladies and gentlemen. When a candidate is sitting in front of a panel, in front of large number of HRs, what is the responsibility? When the candidate enters the interview room, first of all, he should ask for permission before entering, and when the candidate enters, he should take permission for sitting. Normally, the HRs who are sitting in the panel, they automatically tell the candidates to have a seat. Now the interview starts. And since there are a large number of HRs sitting in the panel, anyone can ask any question. Anyone can ask any question. So questions can come to you from any side. There are a large number of HRs sitting in the panel and you are the single candidate. At that time, first thing is you must try to maintain eye contact with everyone sitting in the panel. You must try to make eye contact with everyone sitting in the panel. Now, when you enter the interview room, you cannot say, "Good morning, sir, good morning, ma'am, good morning, sir, good morning, ma'am," one by one to all of them. No, this is not a right way. When you enter the interview room and you see that there are a large number of HRs sitting in the panel, you must greet them like, "Good morning, all the respected HRs." That's all. Good morning, all the respected HRs. Good afternoon, all the respected HRs. This is the right way of greeting large number of HRs who are sitting in the auditorium for the panel interview. Now, the next courtesy is that before taking the seat, you must ask the HR that, "Can I sit?" But normally it happens that when you enter the room and you greet all the HRs, the first thing that they tell you is, "Please have a seat." So this is not a problem. And once you are seated, the interview starts. One HR asks certain question, then you give the answer of that HR, and anybody else from the rest of the HRs can ask the question, and then you answer to that HR also. Similarly, different HRs ask you questions and you have to answer the questions of all the HRs. Now here the crux of becoming successful is listen to the question of the HR who is asking the question, reply to the HR while making eye contact with that HR, and gradually shift your focus towards rest of the HRs sitting in the panel. So first of all, you have to make eye contact with the person who has asked the question, and then gradually you have to shift your eyes towards other HRs sitting in the panel, because all of them are listening to you. If one person is sitting in the auditorium and 12 to 13 people are asking questions, it means all of them are focusing on that one particular candidate. So if all the eyes are on you, it is your responsibility to make eye contact with everyone sitting in the panel. So the right way is when any of the HRs ask any question and you start answering, first of all make eye contact with the person who has asked the question, and then gradually shift your focus to all the HRs sitting in the panel, then finally again shift your focus towards the HR who has asked the question. This is the right way of making eye contact with the HRs in a panel interview. Rest, whatever you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, I am not focusing on that aspect, that how you have to prepare, how you have to come. I just want to tell you that what are the points of rejection at the time of a panel interview. So not making eye contact with everyone sitting in the panel, doesn't matter who has asked the question, you may be rejected on the basis of not making proper eye contact with everyone sitting in the panel. So this is the most crucial thing when you are sitting in a panel interview. You are the single candidate and all the HRs are sitting in the panel. Another crucial aspect is any HR can ask any question. So questions can come to you from anywhere. So you need to be highly prepared in reference to the profile for which the company is hiring. You need to be highly prepared, because since there are a large number of HRs, every HR evaluate you according to his own style. Every HR sitting in the panel will evaluate you according to his or her own style. Every HR might be having different set of questions for you. So try to be highly knowledgeable in the field regarding which you are giving the interview. So this is all about this particular case when there are large number of HRs and you are the only candidate. Let us reverse the situation. Suppose there are large number of candidates sitting in the panel and there is only one HR taking the interview. I have reversed this condition. Suppose there are large number of candidates sitting in the panel and only one HR is taking the interview. Now this is quite obvious that since one HR is taking the interview of large number of candidates, candidates are making eye contact with that particular single HR. So here you have to make eye contact with only one person because there is only one person in the panel who is taking your interview. And there are a large number of candidates who have appeared for the job. Now what happens when the HR starts asking question? He can forward the question of one candidate to anyone sitting in the panel. He can forward the question of one candidate to anyone sitting in the panel. Suppose the HR asks any question from one particular candidate and that candidate is not able to answer the question. The same question may be forwarded to any of the other candidates. The HR can point out anyone. The HR can say that, okay, anyone can please answer the question, or HR can point out any specific person. Okay, you please answer the question. You please answer the question. So the participating candidates must make up their mind that whatever question the HR is asking, that question can be forwarded to any of the candidates sitting in the panel. And you have to make consistent eye contact with the HR. Everyone will have to make consistent eye contact with the HR. Another crucial thing that happens is, suppose the HR is asking some question from a candidate. The candidate started answering the question. Now the candidate is saying something, he has not finished. The HR stops the candidate and tells some other candidate, okay, now next part of the answer, you please explain. This person has explained a certain part of the answer. Now you explain the next part. The HR can tell this thing to anybody sitting in the panel. So another crucial aspect is, when the HR is asking question with anybody in the panel, rest all the sitting candidates must be conscious about the question. Rest other candidates should not think that it is question of this particular person and only this particular person has to answer the question. Same question can be forwarded to anyone sitting in the panel. The HR can forward the same question to all the people sitting in the panel. So all the people sitting in the panel, all the candidates sitting in the panel must be conscious about this. HR can ask you questions individually also, and HR can forward you the question of other candidates also. That's why your listening skills should be very strong. Whenever the HR is asking any question to anybody in the panel, all the participating candidates need to listen very thoroughly and very sincerely, because the question may be forwarded. So ladies and gentlemen, these are the methods of successfully participating in a panel interview. There are two categories of panel interview. Number one is when there are large number of HRs and only one candidate is sitting in front of the HRs. And second case is when there is one HR and large number of candidates are sitting in front of that one HR. I have explained you both these situations, and I have explained you that how you can become successful in both these conditions. So follow these rules, you will always be successful in any kind of panel interview. That's all for today. I hope that you loved my today's video. Please subscribe my channel, ER Piyush Pandey, trainer B.Tech MBA, and please press the bell icon for constant updates. Thank you very much. Have a great day.